Welcome back to the playthrough. It is the Koopa. Welcome in. It's Mark. I appreciate you being here, guys. And we're finishing off the Marshall quest. The great big fighters of the game. The fighters and biters. And we are basically discovering the true way of power. The true path to power. And, spoiler alert, it's never ending. And another spoiler alert, expect many things to distract you, from the path. What I want to get to today in this episode, it's got a little bit of a funny title. I like to do the, alliteration. But what you really need to remember is that people are naturous, natureful. I don't know. I'm trying to say that we always go back to nature. You know, we always go back to what is most natural to us. I've said this a couple of times in the playthrough. If you don't got it through your thick skull, it's one of my catchphrases. But it's that people don't do what is easy. People don't do what is hard. People don't do what takes the longest time. People don't do what is fastest or most efficient or anything like that. They just do what they've done already. Again and again and again. And again, because we are creatures of nature. We're naturitus. I don't know what the fuck. If there's a word for that. There probably is in Japanese. Like a creature of nature. Naturous creature. Naturous. I think that may be it. Naturous. But what you are discovering about yourself, what we are discovering about us martial artists and the martial law of things. And I'll get into that. That's actually a move in this game. I'll get into that a little bit. But hold me for a second here while I delve into sort of the reason why this whole nature thing is something that we really can't be mad at, but once again is something that we have to use as a tool. Like we have no choice, and that's why a lot of people are mad at it. It's because we aren't given a choice, and you're not. You don't have one. But my guys, it's like most things in the world, you just gotta take a back seat to that choice, because all in all, like we're glad that we've been put on this divine roller coaster, right? We are, as torturous and suffertuitous it is, and I always talk about, you know, how dreadful my life is. You guys know that. But as dreadful as that is, if I wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to give love. You know, if I didn't feel it, I would not be able to produce it or make any of the wonderful moments in my life happen. The wonderful moments in other people's lives happen. Because I'm not going to act like me, you know, anybody who creates art or music doesn't create magic for other people. I've gotten it. Maybe it can just be one comment. But if I can just recall off the top of my head, there was some guy who commented on one of the Chance the Rapper videos. It was like an Earthbound Chance the Rapper remix, and he's like, just thanks for making my days just a little bit stranger, man. I don't know. It was something like that. It was like just a little bit more magical, you know? And I'm like, yeah, man. That is what we're doing here, right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's a little bit magical. Because honestly, the suffering in my eyes is worth it. Now, the problem with it is that we don't choose it, and if you don't understand your own nature, if you don't really like delve into yourself and understand what's going on, it's gonna confuse you, because a lot of people are just gonna be like, why is everybody killing me? Why is everybody trying to cause me to suffer? I'm just a loving creature. And I'm like, that's why, motherfucker. That's why, motherfucker. Loving is internally suffrages, you know, and suffrages, and as guys, we are built for this. You don't understand, man. Like we are literally built to endure this, to fight wars for, you know, perceived love. And that's what it all was back in the day. That's what it all is now. It's perceived love. And so we get to things like the internet, and we perceive the love that other people get, which is once again just a perception, and we want that because we saw it. And back in the day, you kind of didn't see it. So, you know, all the perceived love that you could see, you know, was right around you. It's kind of like, oh, this is pretty stable. I could get that. You know, maybe possibly one day. And a lot of people didn't. A lot of people still died. A lot of people never felt love in their life. And the same thing will happen today. It's just now we're all aware. So now we're all allowed to crash out about it. And on top of that, the attention economy has made those crash outs very profitable for not just the person crashing out, but everyone around them. Everyone who knows how to capitalize, everybody who knows how to yap and work a microphone, which is, if you haven't realized, a lot of people. No matter how good things look, you have to go back to actions. That is the true nature of this world. It is all built on force and actions and amount of moves taken. So, we get down to brass tacks. What is most often done as humans, as a race, to get ahead, is interacting off of fear and betrayal. And as we're seeing here, that is the main stagnant nature of the whole monster economy. To get power, you better hope, you better plead that someone around you is willing to give you the divine experience of a betrayal. That's what we really need to grow. I mean, not need. I'm not saying it's impossible to get where you need to get without somebody trying to fuck you over. But if somebody tries to fuck you over and you overcome it, it'll be there a lot faster. And what a horrible world this is, that we are hoping for someone to kill us. But you realize that is why God put us here in the first place. It is to suffer. There is truly nothing good about this earthly realm. And like a lot of relationships, a lot of jobs, a lot of even like family members and friends that we have, it's all just a series of tests. It's all just a series of how long can I tolerate this motherfucker before they start to piss me off. Inherently. And if you deny yourself that fact that we're all a little bit annoying, that all of our shit stinks a little bit, then eventually you will be, dissolved by your own hubris. Essentially. Happens to the best of us, We all think the world is a loving place that is here to aid us. And in reality, it's really not. Like I said, especially the people who love all the time, they know this. And, we're not even going to talk about the haters. We're not even going to talk about the haters. They're lost for a completely different reason, but... not talking about them hurts even more, so that's why I do it. The only way for you to really find that fulfillment that we're all, internally searching for, of course, in this quest line, it is in the way of power, is to fight a divine opponent. And you realize very quickly in real life, it is not worth it to seek that motherfucker out. You know who you really need to seek out to fight? Yourself, and thus God, essentially. That's who you have to fight. That is who you have to fight, square one, base one, even if you are externally fighting someone else in the real world, life, whatever. It's still yourself. It still really is yourself from yesterday, from years ago, from 5 seconds ago, from an hour ago. That's who you're fighting. And what's really disturbing about this fact is that, yeah, we're kind of set up to fail. By doing this and turning our backs to society, we're set up to fail if we're constantly looking for a validation from others. Because there'll always be a better result that you can get. There'll always be a higher platitude, which is why I preach all the time. Have goals, but aid yourself in the practice to reduce your desire. That's what, develops people and turns them into true monsters. It's just desire. That is all it is. That's what envelops all the simps and all the losers. It's just desire. That is all it is. The reason why so many people become incredibly attractive and have people literally falling over themselves to talk to them is because they got rid of desire and they just did the actions. They gave them results. Some actions don't even give them results and they still fucking do it. Why? Because it helps them grow their own skills. And just having a better way to do things, a slightly faster way to do things, a slightly more fun way to do things, that is a good thing. That is a helpful result. It's kind of like the same way we view failures as drawbacks. These attractive people, they don't view failures in that way. They view failures as tools, as guideposts, as tutorials. Okay? Like you could be that idiot game reviewer on the Cuphead tutorial for hours and hours, and just take it as, oh yeah, it's a bad game, horrible, dreadful. Or you could take that same reviewer and he could be stuck in the Cuphead tutorial for years and be like, I'm so proud of Cuphead. This game is amazing because I never really played platformers, but it really taught me how to really develop my skills as a gamer and really get to be one of these platformerites. It took me forever to get to the tutorial, but you know, I really got my hang of it. You could take it two different ways. And the people who are attractive, they take it in that other way. They don't blame other things for the thing. No matter what happens, the result is always good because I learned, because I grew, because I took action. And what's crazy is all you need is this small baseline step to take action, and it will work out. It will work out. So real quick, we did get the betrayal scene, but at the end of that, our wonderful pal Yarn wants one more test for us. He wants to fight us. He wants to fight us because that's been his entire goal this entire time. He just wanted to grow stronger. Of course, he sort of lied to us and said, oh yeah, no, I'm just some guy or whatever. But that is honestly what a lot of strong people do, what a lot of great celebrities do, what a lot of amazing CEOs do, that I really like, because I have a habit of treating anybody like they're a regular person. I know, crazy, right? Absolutely insane, right? Like, I don't care how much money you have. I don't care how many followers you have, how big your business is. I really don't give a shit, you know? Even if you're somebody who I idolize. Like, I saw Kendrick Lamar walk into the door right now, I'd be like, oh, yo, what's up, Kendrick? And I just fucking go back to what I'm doing because it's like he's just a fucking person, right? I don't care. I'm not gonna, you know, immediately drop to my knees and start slurping the glorp, okay? You know, of course, I'll tell him I appreciate his music, whatever. That's all dead content. That's all music. You realize that has nothing to do with the moment right now. He's not making the music right now in the moment. Everybody's already given him the appreciation he needs for it. The thing is, guys, it is way better in my eyes, and I mentioned this on stream, it is way better in my eyes to show your appreciation through action than to just tell someone you love them or you appreciate them. And this is some people's love language, yes. It's just not my love language that I like to give. And what's really annoying about love languages is, yes, learn them, yes, do them, yes, understand what you like, but do not morph yourself to give whatever the muse or the limerence that is in your life wants you to give if it's not in your nature. Like, per se, you have the love language of time spent together and they want gifts. You're not gonna evaporate your wallet giving them gifts so they feel love. That's not how this shit works. Okay? The problem with people who have strength and love to give is that they don't put that love into themselves. They don't butt fuck themselves with their own love. And they just constantly give it, and then suddenly they feel betrayed when they're not getting love back. It's like, whoa, man, well, your thing is, you kind of hate yourself, though. You know, you have all this love to give, but you're not giving any of it to yourself. So of course, nobody else is going to give it to you, too. Like, why would I give it to you? You're not giving it to yourself. You obviously don't need it. So they all think it's coming from some other place, and you're just wiping yourself clean of all of your own thoughts and admirations and goals because it's your choice. That's what people think. When in reality, I know you, my friend, it's not really your choice. You're just trying to let people like you. You're just trying to hold on to what you feel like you need to hold on to. And that's the problem with this world. We weren't put on here to hold on to shit. We were put on here to die, to release, to let go of it all. Because you ain't taking any of it with you. I don't know where we're going. Hopefully it's reincarnation. If it's not and it's nothing, I'm super happy too. And if it's not and it's hell or heaven, then, you know, I'm also super happy. I love the heat. And I love the cold. But wherever I'm going, I really don't care. All I'm here for is this moment right here. And I feel like this is another good-ass video. I also feel like I have to take the hugest piss. But don't worry, I'll hold it in. I'll hold it in. I'll hold it in for these last couple minutes. Take a little hit there. Because I don't want to betray you at the end of this video. But I will. But I will. If you think things won't change here, like I said, man, we're only dealing with the moment. You are sorely mistaken, okay? To truly grow my strength, I have to let things go. I have to hold on to things. I have to grasp new things. I have to monkey bars it. You know, when you monkey bars, you hold on to both, and you let go one hand, and you put that other hand, and you let go that hand, and you put that other hand. So let's work the monkey bars, baby. I'll see you next time.